Today is Monday, April 7th, and it's been a bit of a rough week. Not much great baseball to break down, but thank God for 162 games. We'll give you a quick rundown of the two series played, along with some of the top performers of the week. We've also got minor league baseball to hit on, and a quick peek at the week ahead.
3 guys, 2 generations, 1 baseball team. Just when you thought there were too many mediocre Guardians podcasts, we're here to bring you one more. This is the Die Hard Guards podcast with your hosts Brent, Tim, and Zian.
This is the Die Hard Guards podcast. I'm your host, Brent, here with my father, Tim.
Hi.
And my brother, Zian.
Hey.
And special guest host, my daughter, Evie.
We are going to do something never before done on a podcast. We're going to babysit a 1.5-year-old.
1.5-year-old podcasting about baseball.
Podcast.
So, not a good week for the Guardians, who slide to 3-6 after a handful of terrible showings. Where to even begin?
I don't want to begin.
Where do we even begin
Okay,
with this?
so listen, let's. It's a tough week. It was definitely a tough week. We dropped 3 in a row to San Diego. They kind of, don't get me wrong, I think San Diego's a really good team, but
Agreed.
Yeah.
they got their best 3 pitchers against the bottom half of our rotation.
Right.
So
Agreed.
it wasn't like it was a equal matchup in any of those, but it's no excuse for us not scoring runs at all.
Right.
We just didn't put up any runs.
So let's just do a quick rundown of these games real quick. We'll start with the Padres series. Game 1, Guardians lose 2-7. Ortiz goes 4.2 innings, 9 hits, 7 earned, 2 strikeouts, 4 walks. Not great.
Same problems he had all spring. He got lit up.
He kind of picked.
And if he wasn't
back up
getting
where
hit, he
left
was
off.
walking people. I mean,
Top performers in that game: Jose was 3 for 4 with a home run. Carlos Santana 2 for 4, and I'll give Hedges his flowers. He hit a home run in that game.
And I will say this. Listen, I'm going to say this. Jose looks like Jose. That's the bright spot of the week.
Right.
Jose comes out of the gate looking like Jose Ramirez.
Yep. The bullpen looked okay. Junis gave us 1.1 innings, 2 hits, 1 strikeout. Not terrible. I mean, he's been pretty consistent so far. Tristan McKenzie in this one, 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. His fastball looked good.
yeah, but the problem is later on he has the same issues he's always had, where he's a rubber band pitcher. He'll have one good start and then he'll come out and look horrible the next time out.
I don't think Evie agrees with you at all.
I don't think she's happy about the performance.
Not agree
She's
with you.
upset.
She's trying to stop you.
I won't let her open this door.
She's trying to stop you from making those claims about Tristan McKenzie.
Evie, what do you have to say about
What do
Tristan?
you think?
What do you think about Tristan McKenzie?
What do you think? You say something? Button.
Button.
the
Yeah.
button.
I agree.
Yeah, see,
he needs to
something
push
needs to
button.
click.
He needs to push the go button.
Agreed.
He has to push the I'm gonna play
The
button.
wake up button.
Is this working?
Wake
I
up
don't even know
button.
if this is on.
It's on. You're good. You're good.
Game 2, Guardians drop a really, really tough loss. Get shut out. Guardians 0, Padres 7.
7-0.
Um,
And we were never in the game.
Logan Allen goes 5.1 innings, 7 hits, 4 earned, 5 walks,
Yeah.
1 strikeout. Didn't have a whiff until I think the 6th inning.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I will tell you this.
No top performers in this one.
No.
There were 2 hits on the night total.
I will tell you this. This particular game. Annie, pick her up, will you?
Well,
Pick
she
her
wants
up.
up and then she wants down.
We're trying to babysit, not put baby down. Let's babysit. But no, really, they could have stayed in the hotel for that one. They didn't even have to show up for the game. For that
And quite
7-0.
honestly, I don't think they even showed up for that game.
Yeah.
Moving on. Game 3. Oh, where am I at?
You're in game 3 against San Diego, and you don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, game
We
3,
don't
they
talk
dropped
about
it
that.
2-5.
Yeah.
Lively went 4.1, 7 hits, 4 earned, 2 walks, 4 Ks. I mean,
I think that's what we can expect out of Lively.
I would agree with that. I think she is just abusing you right now.
Why did she pick you out, Zian?
Yeah,
In
she's
your
really
chair, your
picking on
spinning
Uncle
chair.
Zian.
She loves your spinning chair.
Well, she's trying to get to the cat.
Oh, there's a cat on the other side of the
The
door.
other side of the door. I see.
Uh-huh.
I see.
That's right. We're talking about you.
We can't distract you with anything,
What's that?
Heavy. Not even bad baseball.
And you know, in Game 3 against the Padres, there were some top performers. Jose went 2 for 4. Santana 2 for 3 with a walk. Nolan Jones 2 for 4. Hit a 107-mile-an-hour double.
Oh, you and your miles per hour.
Well, you know,
Dude,
I
can we stop
love-
talking about miles
I
per
love
hour in a
exit
week
velocity.
we barely hit a ball?
something's got to be positive.
My goodness.
Something's got to be
I
positive.
know.
Would you rather talk about miles straw or miles per hour?
We're going with miles per hour.
I don't know. This week I might take Miles Straw.
Miles Straw. Did he get a hit for the Blue Jays? Because we would have needed it.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm going to have to look at that. Kate Smith, 1 inning, 0 hits, 0 runs. The big issue were we had offers from Manzardo, Thomas, and Naylor.
Yes,
And
I
that-
agree.
I mean,
Listen.
that's generally our 4-5-6 or 3-4-5 or 3-4-6.
The hardest part of the week for me, the hardest part of this entire week, and I know we're going to recap all these games and you're going to go through and talk about your miles per hour, but the hardest
them.
thing for me is that
We didn't get a
First-
single hit with a runner on base?
yeah, that we didn't hit anything with runners on base, but no, it's
Except for Jose.
Rocchio looks like Rocchio from last year. He's hitting 208,
Yeah,
200 or whatever it is. That's exactly what he finished at last year. So I'm glad he's playing a good shortstop. He's making plays, but the reality of it is he just does not hit. He's not hitting the ball. He's not the guy. We talked about this on our first podcast. We were all hoping he's going to be the guy who we saw in the playoffs last year. He is the guy we saw during the regular season last year. He is being the same guy. That has to stop. He has to show up and play. Kyle Manzardo looks really good. He has been a plus for us. Jose is Jose. Quan is Quan. So and actually Carlos Santana has been pretty solid. So, but we have 3 guys who are being stars right now, who are being good players right now. The rest of the team, Arias is definitely improved from last year, but he's still no all-star at second base hitting the ball. And quite frankly, Thomas has been a horrible letdown, and he's in the middle of our order every night.
I mean, how many
and
times?
He just is not hitting anything. Rocchio isn't hitting anything. We don't have anyone in right field. I mean, I know Nolan Jones, you just talked about his 2 for 2 in that game.
He's hitting the ball hard at least.
But
I mean,
there's no
But sometimes he just
consistency.
doesn't swing.
right, and that's
In
the
right
problem.
field, Noel, I don't even know if Noel's touched the ball this year. Has he even fouled one off yet?
He actually, believe it or not, today he hit 116-mile-an-hour ground out.
Ground out. Great. Boy, if he can
Gotta
only
love
if he can only increase that bat angle by 2
I
by
don't
2
know.
degrees, we might have got a hit. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to see everyone playing like they did last year
Right.
when we
And-
got rid of guys who were starters last year and we were expecting these guys to step in
And you can't
be
tell
better
me,
players.
You can't tell me that it's it's cold. The bats are cold.
No,
It's
we're the West
spring.
Coast.
You're on the
You're
West
in
Coast.
California.
You just played in San Diego and Los Angeles.
Yeah, we're on the West Coast. Yeah,
So I don't know. I don't know what the problem is, but
it's a frustrating first week. Again, there's 162 games, so
luckily,
I'm not jumping off the bridge yet, but I do know guys need to play better. They need to pick it up. Like listen, this coaching staff, this organization traded away players to make room for you to play.
right.
For you to become a star, for you to do the things to help us win, and somebody's except for Kyle Manzardo, there isn't anybody else stepping
And
up.
even Manzardo, I mean, he's going to be in his breakout year. I think we're all in
I
agreement
agree.
on that.
He's
But he's
looks
going
good.
to have that roller coaster. Yeah, he's going to be streaky. He's going to be on that roller coaster for a little while. He's going to settle in eventually and find the consistency. But until then, we have to expect the roller coaster.
Yeah.
But when you're talking about a guy like Lane Thomas, who's supposed to be in a contract year, that's the roller coaster is something that he needs to avoid at all costs if he wants to get paid this offseason.
I completely agree. I mean, I don't think listen, it's tough because we feel like DeLauder's coming, right? DeLauder's coming if he ever gets healthy. But where are the bats that are going to help us this year if the Thomases, the Noels, the Rocchios, the Ariases, the Nolan Joneses, if these guys don't perform, if these guys don't step up and play better,
at least with some sort of consistency.
Yeah, what are we going to do? Who's
some
coming
sort
to
of
help?
Productive consistency.
Because I got to tell you, our AA team is stacked with players, man.
Loaded. And we're going to go over that later in the show.
But our AAA team, I mean, you got Juan Brito down there who didn't show up for spring training looking like he was ready to play.
They have a handful of placeholders down there.
And you got maybe where are the bats coming from?
Big Willie style.
Yeah, where are the bats coming from if these guys don't pan out? I don't know.
Willard Wilson.
I really don't know. I don't know what to do because it's going to be a long.
I mean, you're bound to see Will Brennan again.
I agree.
So that's pretty much where we're at.
And to be honest with you, I don't know if that's a big
walk it
help.
off today. No, it's not.
It seems as though
you're headed in that direction.
All right, so here's what it seems like. All right, we knew that if Jimenez went to Toronto and got off to a great start, right?
Oh boy, don't get me started.
Every fan in Cleveland was going to throw a fit and say, "How could we have traded this guy away?" If Naylor went to Arizona and got off to a good start, we're going to say, "Oh, see, he could have been here helping us." But the reality is, they both did that. They both went off and got off to good starts. We'll see where all that goes. My problem, though, is the guys that we expected to step up and get the opportunities, our guys are not taking that step.
So far, it's more of the same. We're riding the roller coaster all over again, just like we did with Jimenez.
Yep.
Including with Ortiz. But
because Jimenez never got off to this kind of start for us.
No.
I can tell you that.
No, he didn't. And, he should. With chip on his shoulder.
Yep.
He got moved.
Yep.
He wants to prove what he's worth. And I'm happy for him.
And that's right. And we love Jimenez. Like, it's not that we didn't like Jimenez.
No,
we just understand that for the money, I mean, you had to trade him eventually.
But also, let's hold off on picking apart Ortiz.
Evie does not want to hold off.
No, she doesn't.
Right? Evie doesn't want to hold off.
She is out. She's out of control. She got through the door.
She's
breached containment.
She has breached containment.
Evie's breached containment. Listen, this could be a problem for our podcast if Evie consistently breaches containment.
Let's take a quick break. We'll be right
We're
back.
trying to get control of the show.
And we're back. Much like the Guardians hitting with runners in scoring position, we failed miserably to subdue a 1.5-year-old.
We can't babysit a 1.5-year-old, the three of us combined.
We have failed as
holy smoke,
father, grandfather, and uncle.
We had to sacrifice Flyer to the living room. Just like the Guardians could only score on sacrifice.
She had to be removed from the studio.
She's in a much better place. We'll leave it at that.
Unbelievable.
Anyway, moving on. We're going to do something a little different this week. We are going to continue with our quantum theory report. It's going to be a little less stalkerish this week, I believe. Maybe.
I do love Steven.
Oh boy.
Okay.
So, yeah, let's hand it off to my father, who, I don't know, I'm not sure about this one.
And listen, in lieu of the absence of my wife,
I
will be doing
Stephen Kwan's 8.8-inch batting stance.
I will be doing the quantum report today. My wife could not be here, which now that I think about it,
that's the punch.
My wife's not being here. Where is she? And where is Steven?
Never seen him in a room together.
Yeah. She's not here.
Wait.
She's not here.
Is she Stephen Kwan?
She's not here. Steven's not here.
Something's all right.
That's not okay.
Yeah, Steven, why aren't you here?
Steven, blink 3 times, Steven, if you need help.
Wait, Steven, Make a throwing error today if you need help.
Yes.
Oh, okay. There you go.
All right. So the Quantum Report for this week. Listen, we're going to talk good things about Stephen Kwan because that's what my wife would have done. She would have said all these wonderful things about Stephen. We love Stephen. We want to continue this segment. So listen, Stephen's stats so far this year, all-star caliber, right? And he's a star in our eyes, especially my wife's
He
eyes.
might be the greatest first half player of all time.
He truly is. Stephen, don't listen to him.
Through first 3
Don't talk
series
bad
of all
about
time.
And then his hamstring goes in July.
Don't
And
talk bad about Stephen's hamstrings.
Steven,
Okay.
are your
Steven,
hamstrings a little
we'll
tight?
massage those for you, Steven.
If,
got you.
if
your
my
hammies
wife shows up
massaged.
at your house to massage your hamstrings, don't let her in.
Don't let her in.
Okay, so listen. He's
I'll
played
do it
9
for
games
free.
so far, right? 9 games. He has 12 hits in 9 games, a double, a home run, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. He's hitting .353. He's off to a great start at the plate with an on-base of .405.
Yeah.
Now, and he's doing it in most situations when, like, not many people are getting on base. I can tell you that.
And he'll have like 2 outs. And
and there's 2 outs
Are
when he's
you-
coming to the plate.
Are you
so.
telling me he's doing a lot of this in garbage time?
No, he's doing a lot of this because he is another level of player.
Yes.
He's doing what he can to help a struggling team right now. And that is the Quantum Report for the week. I got nothing else. Listen,
That's all we got.
I can't talk about how cute Steven is. I just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah, he's kind of cute.
That's all I got.
I'll give it to him.
I mean,
All
You know,
right.
I
So
will say
know,
this.
I know
Hey,
that wasn't much of a fill-in.
I will say this, and we are recording on Sunday, releasing on Monday. We just finished watching the game.
Yep.
If Steven was 2 inches taller, he makes that catch.
Oh,
he robs
so
that
close.
home run.
so close.
So I'm going to throw that out there. Future reference, Steven.
Steven, you got to work on your hops.
You got to work on your height.
Couple extra
some stretches.
extra
Do
inches
some
on the
stretches.
vertical, couple extra inches on the vert.
You know,
And you caught that one.
I
That was a
wonder-
great. You got there, everything was beautiful, and then you just didn't have the hops to get up there. Go get it.
hamstring flexibility may lead to an inch of growth. Who knows?
Let's go. Let's go.
And we'll
All
be right back. All right, now let's get into the Angels series. Man, just
that's not.
not much to talk about here. I mean, game 1, obviously, it's a good win, but you gave up 6 to the Angels.
And Jose scored almost all of your
Jose with
Jose
3 home
accounted-
runs in a game.
He accounted for 7 of your 8 runs.
I can tell you, if Jose has to hit 3 home runs every game for us to win,
Yeah, you're not gonna.
we're not gonna win
You're gonna
many
look a
games.
lot like Chicago last year.
yeah, we need some help. Jose needs some help.
So Guardians win at 8-6. Gavin Williams only 3 innings pitched, 5 hits, 2 earned, 3 walks, 5 Ks. 5 Ks, I like that number. So his stuff is starting to play up a little bit more.
3 walks, not great.
3 walks, not good. And it's because he's getting in this weird habit of nibbling around the zone instead of attacking.
So the one thing about the series is the zone was very small.
It was. Agreed.
Like-
But I also think our guys did not do a very good job of attacking hitters.
Yeah.
I think
and
I
make the
think they
adjustment.
tried to be too fine.
But make the adjustment. If the zone is small,
Well, I
then
think
our guy should have hit well too.
well, yeah, that's
Yeah,
the
you
problem
would
with our
think.
team.
Hit the ball.
We don't have a
You
very
would-
good
That's right. Hit the
hitting
ball.
team.
We should.
think
If the zone was that small, then we should have put up 5 or 6 runs too.
I think most teams would have.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree.
Not us.
Not
I
us.
agree. We need guys to step up. They got to start. I know it's early in the season to be calling everybody out like this, but you got to step up. This is your team to play the whole season. Go get it.
The problem is a lot of the success that you see early in the season isn't something that's sustainable, but a lot of the bad habits, the regression, the struggles, that stuff is easily sustainable.
That could become permanent.
That
and we
could
don't
become
want that.
permanent.
That's right.
So now is the time to address. I mean, you're what are we now? 4 and what did I say? 4 and
We're 3 and something,
or
right?
3 and 6? Does that sound right?
Something like that.
Yeah, 3 and 6. I mean, it really doesn't get much worse.
So listen, and I gotta tell you,
and I gotta tell you, you took 2 out of 3, we're gonna say this over and over again. You took 2 out of 3 from a really bad Kansas City team.
Yeah,
I'm not fooled by them.
No, and I got to tell you, we're done with this road trip. We're going home. Okay,
Thank
we
God.
get to go home for a little bit, get our home opener under our belt.
But you have 2 division rivals now coming.
I get it.
That's
again,
the problem. And the Royals are all worked up.
I don't think our division is that strong.
Agreed.
Okay, so the teams are
we're
pretty
not exactly
evenly,
known as a team that wins the games we're supposed to
but
win.
the teams are evenly matched, so they should be good series and all that stuff. But the reality, if we don't hit, we're not going to win. Like, it doesn't matter.
Nope.
Like, if Jose and Quan are the only 2 guys in our lineup hitting the baseball, we will not win games.
And you're seeing a lot of uncharacteristic defensive mistakes also from a team who historically.
Yeah, what do we have? 9 errors now?
Yeah, something
already?
insane.
Jesus.
Over the last 3 to 4 years, we've been one of the top defensive teams in baseball.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah. So my thing is that if you're not going to hit and you're not going to make plays in the field, it's time to bring new people in.
It's time to bring in those bats that you were worried
Somebody's-
about finding a defensive home for.
Yeah.
Some of the top performers from Game 1 against LA, I guess Anaheim. I don't know. Doesn't matter. They beat us. Jose 3 for 4, 3 home runs, 4 RBIs. 3
Thank you, Jose,
runs
for
scored.
saving the week. with that
Counted for
one
7
game.
out of 8 runs. Stephen Kwan 1 for 4 with a walk and 2 runs scored. Gabriel Arias 1 for 2, 2 walks, 1 run scored. And Brian Rocchio 2 for 4 with 3 RBI. The bullpen looked good. Cade Smith and Jacob Junis.
Until today.
Well, yeah. Cade Smith and Jacob Junis both 1 inning pitched, no hits, 0 runs, and 2 strikeouts. And Hunter Gaddis 1 inning pitched, 1 hit, 0 runs, 2 strikeouts.
It seems like they like that Cade Smith and Junis back to back kind of.
I like it. They've been pretty consistent.
Yeah, it's just today it didn't work out. Cade did not look sharp today. He gave up, hit a guy right off the bat, and then gave up a couple hits and.
But
gave
I
up
mean,
a couple runs.
I'm not worried about Cade Smith. Of all the guys, I mean, early season struggles when you're only throwing an inning every other day.
Yeah,
I'm not worried about.
No. The trouble with our team is scoring runs.
Yeah.
Right now, that's where we're at.
Class A struggled a little bit again in that one. 1 inning pitched, 3 hits, 2 earned, gave up a home run. I'm not sure what to say about him. I'm gonna keep my cool on him for now.
He's giving up more barrels than he's ever given up his career, which is worrying.
Yeah. I'm worried. I'm not going to make a judgment call yet. I'm probably too scared to do that. Game 2, Angels take this one 10-4. Tanner Bybee. So 4 innings pitched, 8 hits, 7 earned, 4 strikeouts, and 4 home runs.
If your starter gives up 7 runs, you lose the game.
Generally, yes.
Probably can't do that.
Anyway, top performers from this one. I mean, really, what can you even talk about? Carlos Santana 2 for 3, 2 RBIs, 2 runs scored, and that's Bo Naylor hit a home run. Santana hit a home run. That's really it.
Bo Naylor hit a home run off the handles that somehow carried out.
Yeah, somebody get that kid a torpedo bat. Jeez.
Yeah.
Another.
It was a 99 mile per hour exit velocity, and it got out to center field somehow. I don't know.
Hey, ball was flying out of that park for some reason. A bad McKenzie outing, 1.2 innings pitched, 3 hits, 3 earned, 4 walks. And that might do it. That might be a wrap on Tristan McKenzie.
It's just
I don't know.
up and down, man.
I can't imagine they're going to go to him in too many more games.
I was thinking our bottom of the rotation has been so bad. After the Padres outing, I was like, oh, he might get a start here soon.
Yeah,
that's not happening.
Now listen though. Again, we're only 10 days into the season. I know we're all struggling now to survive this first week because it's been so bad. In fact, I just looked this up. We are 28th in the league in batting average with runners in scoring position. We're hitting 163 with runners in scoring position.
Oh boy,
Yeah,
28th in the league.
We have no problem getting runners on base every single inning.
Yeah, we get them on,
we
but
can't
man,
do
we
anything
cannot
with them.
move them around.
And again, you talk about that's the type of thing that could be here to stay if
that's
they don't
how-
make adjustments.
That's the same thing that happened in the Yankees series.
That's
That's right.
sustainable.
That's right. So we got to turn that around. But again,
These are
we're 10
the
days
question
in.
marks. These in episode 1. These
Yep.
are the question marks that we highlighted. We
Yep.
said we have guys that have such a wide range of outcomes. They could either be all-stars or they could be the bottom of the barrel. And so far, we're seeing the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, and again, there's still a lot of hope to turn this around. Don't get me
There's
wrong.
plenty of time,
There's-
but there's definitely a lot that
There's
needs
so
addressed.
much room for improvement. I think, again, I know this is early, 10 days in to the season, but we did not look good this week at all. We really, even in the KC series, that's not a great team we're playing against. We did not look that sharp. We left runners on base in that series too. It's just that they just played worse than us. So I just feel like we have an opportunity to grow here and get better, but it might take. I mean, this coaching staff might have to call a meeting here and say,
Yeah, I think before
"Hey,
the
time to change the attitude here."
before the
Like,
home opener, they need to get together and figure some things out.
Yeah.
Because I don't think this is a talent issue.
agreed.
I mean, up and down the
think
roster,
it's kind of a talent issue.
maybe with a handful of guys, maybe two
No, don't
two
get me
or
wrong.
three max.
Don't get me
Yeah,
wrong.
but some of
I
them
know.
aren't playing every day and hitting in the middle
Yeah,
of the
Thomas.
order.
Thomas is the
I
one.
just
Thomas
don't
is the one.
think
Listen,
Lane Thomas is.
we're
this
getting no
bad,
production
though.
from center field. Very little production from right field. I mean,
And we don't have people right now to bring in to fix that.
We're getting no
production behind the plate.
no production from behind the plate. No production from shortstop. I mean, we're not.
Nope.
We're not. We're not getting production from those
except for
spots.
the one game that Arias played short.
You can't have 5 spots on your roster
Ew,
that
I
you're getting
can't
no
believe I said
production
that.
from, and still be competitive. Like you can't. You can't do that.
Ending game 2 against the Angels on a high note. Some promising exit velocities.
That's good.
I'm not going to give you the outcomes of most of these. Nolan Jones hit 109.
Well, we know the outcome wasn't scoring runs.
Nope.
I can tell
Gabriel Arias had 2, 107.8, 103.3. Manzardo, 101.3. Santana is leading the team in average exit velocity. He has to be. I haven't looked it up, but I'm fairly confident. He hit another one, 104.7 and 102.1 on his home run.
Manzardo, or not Manzardo. Noel's only put like one ball in play, so he might be winning by
it's not good.
default.
That's true. Yeah, his 116 mile per hour average.
It kinda-
Ground ball
Yeah.
average.
It kind of the balance isn't really. Yeah.
Small sample size. Another positive. Joey Cantillo actually looked pretty good. 2.1 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, 2 Ks. I like it. He throws too many pitches.
I mean, it was also the most meaningless innings you
Agreed.
could possibly pitch.
But low leverage
That's
innings.
okay.
Low
He
leverage
needed-
innings is what Joey Cantillo was made for, and
He-
that's okay. That's why he's not a starter.
Listen, he needs those because again, I think it's a confidence thing with him. It really is. So
Agreed.
he needs to get some work in when he can.
The more low leverage innings he throws, I think the better off the team is going to be. Game 3, Angels take this one 6-2. Ortiz goes 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned, 3 strikeouts, gives up 2 home runs. And to be honest with you, looking at this line, 6 innings, 7 hits, 3 earned, you should have won this game.
7 hits is a lot of hits
Well,
across.
I will tell you
Three,
this.
many
three
innings.
runs.
One
You
thing
should have
I
won
was-
this game.
One thing I was disappointed in today watching this game
Because, well, for one thing, after Ortiz goes 6, you have a lockdown 7, 8, 9 in your bullpen. There is no reason that you should have given up 3 more runs.
listen, here's
Cade
my
was responsible for 2 of them.
Yeah.
Wow, they were unearned. They were
Here's-
already on.
here's my
He
problem.
just gave up 1.
No, he
hit.
put them all.
No, he
on.
put them all on. He started
that's
that inning.
right.
He put them all on.
'Cause he
That
hit
was
the
all
guy.
okay.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right. They weren't inherited. That's right.
So here's my
Rookie
problem with
error.
today's game. Okay, you know your team is struggling to score runs. All right, you know your team is struggling to win games. Like you're struggling. I'm sorry. I know we're only 9 games in, but you're struggling. And the bottom line is, you sent Ortiz, who is a pitcher who's really learning his role here with the team. He pitched 5 really good innings, and it was tied 2-2. You sent him back out for the 6th to face the top of their order, and he gave up another run. guess what? That's your fault as a coaching staff. You should never send him back out there. You got a bullpen that's ready to go, that a bunch of strong arms. You could have.
They didn't pitch at all yesterday because we got blown out.
Didn't pitch, and you have a day off tomorrow.
And you could have helped him out and got him out of there in the 5th. I thought that was a bad coaching move. And then you had bases loaded, didn't get anybody in, and then the very next inning, you had a guy on second base with 1 out. You had a right-handed reliever in throwing 98 miles an hour, and you had Noel, who hasn't touched a ball all season, especially against a right-hander, and you had Nolan Jones coming up on deck to pinch hit for him, and you pulled him back in the dugout, and you let Noel go out there and strike out. What are you doing? Like, you're adding more failure to your team instead of showing them that, hey, we're going to do whatever we have to do. Whoever's playing who's ever hot, we're going to put you in the game to try to win. We want to try to win instead of. And I understand you want to give Noel a shot at a situation like that.
There's a platoon in right for a reason.
Yeah,
though.
Clearly he's not ready for that.
When you are dealing,
put him in a position to fail, and he failed.
When you're dealing with a team that's struggling over the last 6 games, like we have.
You got to make the right move.
Yeah, you can't be the one struggling alongside them.
Yeah, make the move.
These are mental mistakes. Mental mistakes can't happen when you're dealing with a plethora of physical mistakes.
Yeah, we can't have the coaching staff putting guys in a position to fail. You can't do it. Ortiz pitched 5 good innings. Get him out. Noel's coming up against
and he threw too many pitches. He didn't throw enough strikes. Yeah. I get it. Noel's coming up to bat against a guy he's probably not going to be successful at. Pinch hit for him. Yeah. Just do the right things to try to give yourself team a chance. And the excuse is going to be, well, it's early. We want to give everybody a shot. No, see, that's the thing. If you're not going to be doing it in July, don't do it now. Yeah. Don't allow these guys the opportunities if you are 90% sure that they're going to fail.
You should be trying to win 162. You should be trying to win 162 games.
Not a possible feat, but something you should always strive for.
If you guys want one positive thing to remember.
Well, I have 2 from this game.
Go ahead. What you got?
So last year, first 2 weeks of the season, we had Ramon Laureano hitting 3rd.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's true.
So it can be worse.
Yeah. Atlanta Braves
and
legend.
We still
Ramon
figured
Laureano.
it out last year.
I know. Oh, no. We're 10 games in. I just feel like someone's got to pick up someone's got to come out and be our David Fry this year.
The cavalry's coming.
Someone's got to step up.
We just have to hold out until they're here.
Somebody's got to step up and be our David Fry this year. They got to do it. Somebody's got to step up and help out Jose, help out Quan.
Yep.
Manzardo's done his job so far that we think he can do as a rookie this year. I mean, what else are you going to do? You got to somebody else. Rocchio, it's your second. You got to step up. You got to play this year. Like, you got to be the man. If you're the man, be the man.
We know.
If you're Brian
Bo
Rocchio
Naylor,
this
where are
year,
you at? Bo Naylor, where's your bat?
If you're Brian Rocchio and Bo Naylor, for that matter, this is the year where you are what you are.
Yep.
You are what your numbers say you are.
Bring your bat to the ballpark.
This is going to be it.
Let's go.
So
we know you're better than what you're showing. We know that.
The talent's there.
But you got to show it. You got to show it for the games. You got to hit in these games. You got to put the pressure on yourself to be great. You got to do it.
Top performers from this game. I mean, Manzardo hit a home run. And to be honest, I wasn't going to put anyone else, but Jacob Junis threw to one batter and struck him out.
We'll take it.
So
we'll take it.
He's been pretty consistent.
Loaded.
He's been pretty consistent this year.
But Kyle looked good. And Kyle has hit 3 home runs off a left-handed pitcher.
Yeah, but he's struggling against righties this year.
He should never come out of the game, though. I'm telling you, man. He should hit every day.
So we're going to take another quick break, and we'll be right back. We're going to talk about minor league baseball. Now it's time to get back into it with some minor league baseball news and notes here.
All the kids are playing now, all the young ones.
Let's start in Columbus. The Clippers are 6-2.
Yeah,
right now.
Off to a good start.
Off to a hot start.
I will say this though: they brought in some ringers. There's some lifer minor leaguers they brought in to play on that team. They're pretty good.
Yeah, Big Willie
and the pitching staff is solid.
Big Willie style.
There's a handful of guys down there that could have come up pitching in our bullpen that are still down there. Messick is down. Messick was probably being talked about for our 5th starter and wound up. He's in AAA.
Yeah, I think he'll be up eventually. I mean,
so too.
I don't think Logan Allen is long for this world.
Nikhazy's down there, who could have been our 5th starter. Another guy. Yeah, they got that. That's a pretty good team. I mean, listen, Angel is down there.
Yeah, he is.
In the outfield.
He's there.
He's there. He's in the
Angel's
outfield.
in the outfield.
You got to think that he's gonna come up. If Thomas can't hit in center field, he's gonna be up. He's gonna be up.
Yeah.
Brennan's down there.
Yeah, Will Brennan.
He's tearing it up.
Yeah.
I mean, so there's some
Chill
solid.
Will, right?
There's some major
Chill Will?
league ready players down there right now playing for that team.
Major
It's
league
debatable.
ready, as in like
Define
they've
major
played
league.
Major League Baseball before and they're ready to do it again.
Will
or
Brennan's had quite a few major league
they're ready
guys.
to
does,
face
yeah.
Major League pitching. That's a little different.
Yeah, true.
So two their I guess leaders so far after 8 games is Will Wilson, of course.
Willie Will.
Big Willie style.
Just
Big
like
Willie style.
I mean, we called that, right?
Yeah.
He should be
from
up.
the start.
Call him up.
Hitting 360, 1.107 OPS, and he's got 2 bombs.
Call him up.
Too bad.
Too
It's,
bomb.
you
Might
know,
be
if
time.
Jose wasn't playing so good at third base, he could come up.
Yeah, it might be time.
Start him a
He's
second.
stuck. He's stuck
Blocked-
behind Jose.
blocked by
Start him at
Jose
short.
Ramirez.
Blocked by Jose.
And Juan Brito hitting 345, 997 OPS,
Yeah,
4
Juan looks good.
4 doubles, and 2 stolen bases.
If he could have only showed up for spring training, he'd be our starting second base.
If he'd have done this in the spring, he'd be playing second base right now.
Yep.
Agreed.
But again, if we need help at the plate, he might be one of the only options.
and it could happen quickly.
That's right.
It could happen very
That's right.
quickly. You were talking about we need that David Fry guy this year, right?
We do.
If Juan Brito's playing second base, Gabriel Arias is David Fry this year.
Yeah. Let's hope.
So far,
Yeah.
this could be his breakout year.
Gabriel is
He's doing his thing.
he's not tearing it up. Don't get me wrong.
No,
by
but he's
any
putting
means,
together really good at bats.
But yes, he looks like he belongs in Major League Baseball.
He's
at
hitting
least
the
for
ball
first time in
hard.
his career.
He's hitting the ball hard and he's putting together great at bats.
Yeah.
That's all you can ask for a guy that needs to break out this year. Let's head down to Akron.
It's a fun team.
Some rubber
That
ducks
team is-
action.
That team is loaded. Listen,
Hang on.
if that team loses a game, there's a problem.
They're 3-0 and they may never lose a game.
That team's loaded.
They
Yeah,
look
that team's ridiculous.
stacked, and I'm
There's a bunch of guys on that team that should be playing triple.
I was watching Peterson pitch game 2. I was like, why is Peterson pitching game 2? He should maybe be our 5th starter right
He should be our
now.
fifth
Like,
starter or
why is he in
jump.
AA pitching
Yeah.
game 2?
Yeah.
he looks phenomenal.
Yeah, he should be in AAA easily.
He doesn't miss a spot.
No, really good.
And Akron Rubber Ducks led by, let's say it together,
Travis.
Jorge
CJ
Burgos.
Kafus.
Oh,
Travis Pizzana. What?
Jorge Burgos hitting 308, 1.554 OPS and 3 home runs
Burgos.
in 3 games.
What? He's a killer.
My
He's
other
the
one was
man.
Cooper Engel.
Our top prospect, Jorge Burgos. As we
Travis-
all knew.
Travis Pizzana tearing it up.
Travis Bazzana hitting 538,
Yeah, he looks-
1.446
He looks
OPS.
like a top number 1 overall draft pick.
He does.
To-
He
right
does.
now. This is what he's supposed
He's
to
not
look like.
long for that world.
This is not the passive Travis Bazzana that we're all used to seeing.
In the spring, that was just looking at pitches. the
Travis
whole time.
Bazzana is now swinging the bat within the first 3 pitches of almost every at
Yeah,
bat.
if you
Trying
make
to
him,
hit the
if
ball.
you throw him a strike, he's trying to rip it.
Yeah.
he looks good.
He's got a home run. He's got 2 stolen bases on the year. He looks phenomenal. He's confident. He's still a little crazy. You can see it in his eyes.
Yep.
Every time he
Every
misses a
time
pitch, he does
misses a pitch.
he smacks his bat, and goes, ugh, and then he does the arm back thing like he's
Yeah.
has a tennis racket in his hand.
He's kind of a psycho, and that's what we love about him.
He's a little crazy.
The Thunder from Down Under.
Cooper
Love
Engel,
it.
best pure bat in our
Cooper
organization.
Engel hitting
Cooper Engel just
333
hits.
with an
Just
844
hits.
OPS.
Just hits, man.
Beautiful thing.
He's the Stephen Kwan of catchers.
Yeah.
The Stephen Kwan of catchers. Whoa.
Yeah.
That's
That's
a
true.
tall ask.
Yeah.
Okay. CJ Cave is hitting 462 with a 1.225 OPS.
Moving
2
the right
doubles,
field.
2 doubles.
Should be in
Or,
right
I'm sorry.
field right now.
I'm sorry. A double, a triple, and 4 RBIs on the season already.
Yeah, Kafus. If you he swings hard. Like he looks
does.
like he's trying to kill every ball he swings.
He
at.
looks major league ready to
He
me.
looks ready to go.
I thought he would see AAA action to start the year. Maybe they just wanted to keep AA stacked.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Kind of swings like
Um,
Matt Olson,
A little bit, huh? Oh, that's interesting.
but little.
But little Matt Olson.
Little Matt
Little
Olson.
Matt Olson.
All right. Dion Frias, a guy who I don't think gets talked about enough. Really good middle infielder, playing a lot of third base.
Frias, I think
he's kind of a placeholder, but he's hitting really well right now.
I think those numbers are high for him. I think he's going to cool off, but with
really
this team,
glove,
he just
really
kind of
good
fits.
arm.
Yeah, he just kind of fits in with this team.
333.
World Baseball Classic
OPS.
experience.
Yeah, man.
Columbia.
Yeah,
Columbia starting shortstop for Team Columbia at 19 years old.
Yeah.
And we're going to see more of him next year in the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah. I don't know any other Colombian shortstops.
I don't think I could name one other than Dion Frias. And, I got to throw this in there. Joe Lampe is a guy that gets overlooked.
I love Lamp.
Great clubhouse guy.
Do you really love the Lamp? Or are you just saying that?
Works really hard.
I love Lamp.
I feel like you might not be
great
sincere about Mr. Lamp.
He's not hitting great, but he's got 6 walks already in 3 games.
Fantastic job. It's like you should be up.
Joe,
6 walks, that gets you up.
Joe, I think
that
it's
gets
time.
you up with the Guardians.
Walk your way over to the dugout. You're a Guardian.
You're a Guardian. You're a Guardian, Joe. Over to Lake County, who is 2-1. They're kind of fun. They still have a lot of really young talent.
They'll be more fun when
they got one of our funnest bats.
Yeah,
in that lineup right there.
Led by, let's say it together, Juan Benjamin.
Ralphie. But Ralphie.
Juan Benjamin hitting 500 with a 1.292 OPS, 2 walks, no strikeouts on the year. Nah, he's struggling a little bit.
Ralphie's the man.
He did get a hit.
Now Ralphie's the man down there. That's a bat that's that's gonna play in the major leagues.
Also led by.
He should be in AA too, by the way.
Also
he's too
led
young.
by Esteban Gonzalez, just as we all knew, hitting 492 with a 1.127 OPS. Esteban Gonzalez, keep an eye on him.
Yeah, if Ralphie wasn't 19 years old, he'd be in AA. The only problem with our AA team is he'd have to split time, and they want him to get as many at bats as possible.
Right, Ralphie's got an 800 OPS right now. Hit a 450-foot bomb today, or I guess
19.
Technically, yesterday.
19 450-foot bomb
on Monday.
He's 19.
3 runs scored, 2 RBI on the young season. Jonah Advincula is another one. 1.3 OPS. Hit a 3-run home run, 3 walks, no strikeouts.
Yeah, this is a big
he's
deal.
doing that?
This is his breakout year. Yeah. Last year, he split time with
been
everybody.
Your favorite player for like 2 years.
Advincula,
yeah. Everybody.
You've been on him for a long time.
I'm telling you, everybody that's up with that, they left him in Arizona that first year for a long time. Didn't bring him to. They brought him to High A last year to play with that group that's all in AA now. So he had to split time with everybody last year. He barely. I mean, he got probably half the at bats that all the other outfitters got. Yeah. And now this year, this is his shot.
Yeah, he's going to play every day.
To play every day, and now he's putting up numbers. So,
down to Lynchburg, there's really not much to go on. I think they had 1 or 2 rain delays already.
Yeah.
There's a few exciting.
Wellman went 0 for 4. One game he
played.
But
he could be the breakout player of the year.
Wellman will be okay.
Wellman Francisca. Luis Morejo is an interesting first baseman down there. Yankees Jean Baptiste. Interesting power speed combo guy I was looking at earlier.
I don't like him because his
and a bunch of pitchers that we just drafted.
Jose Perella. He's only 18 years old, 6'3", 181 pounds.
Dowdy.
He's going to be keep an eye on Jose Perella. Because if he does some more physical maturing, look out. Because he is another power speed combo guy.
All those high school kids we drafted.
Yeah, they're not even there yet.
Yeah,
they're not even there yet.
Dowdy pitched.
Dowdy's the only one that's there right now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
They're all in Arizona.
They'll be there soon.
Yeah.
I don't think they want anybody to see him yet.
Braylon Dowdy in his first outing, 6 Ks through 3. I would say that he was ready for professional ball.
I heard that first inning was really bad, and then he settled down and he looked really good.
Define bad though, because
he gave up a couple hits, a couple runs.
That's all right.
And then
what would you expect? He's one of our high school kids playing pro ball.
They said so someone who watched it said he threw too many strikes. Like, he was 2 in the zone.
I think that's what they want. They just want to see his control.
He's not as dominant at this level as he was in high school, so I kind of get that. The transition's going to be weird for him.
Like, every breaking ball he threw was in the zone, but that's not great.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised
they'll
to let
swing
him
at
throw.
that.
I'm surprised to let him throw breaking balls.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, minor league teams look great so far. They're going to be a lot of fun to watch.
And Chase the ladder. We need Chase to get healthy.
Sounds like
And
George Valera.
Week and St. George Valera.
Sounds like George Valera will be back this week, potentially playing games in Columbus. I don't have anything to really prove that right now,
We'll see.
but that's
see.
what
He's
the
been
updates.
hurt. He's
The
been hurt
updates
for
on
2
him
years.
are reading like he's coming back this
He's
week.
been hurt for 2 years. If he ever played to the potential that he had,
Yeah,
he'd already be up.
There, yeah, he'd be playing every day in right field. Chase DeLauder, not sure of the timeline.
Future center fielder.
Yeah,
Hopefully this year.
hopefully.
George Valera.
Yeah. So the week ahead, home opener Tuesday, April 8th. I'm actually going to try to do a live pregame for that. I think I'm gonna give it another go. I tried to do it for opening day on Twitter.
Unless you guys just message us and say, you're terrible,
please,
don't do that.
Say please don't do that.
You guys are
I'm
terrible.
begging
Please,
you.
we don't want to hear you talk.
Please
before
don't
game.
give us a live show. I might try to throw that together on Twitter. It didn't work out last time because the whole app crashed. No one could even get on it. So we'll
Jose
see.
Ramirez second in the league in OPS.
Jose Ramirez second in the league in OPS. That's a beautiful thing.
That's the one good thing to take away from this podcast.
That's right.
We've got 3 games against division rival White Sox, and no matter how bad they are, they always play us tough. For some reason,
And
we I don't know. I don't know what
they
it is.
throw the first punch, and then we punch them in
and
the
then
mouth.
we knock them out.
That's right.
Down goes Anderson.
Division games, you got to come out and score runs and win. That's the way it goes.
First game that Jose has played against what's his name?
Tim Anderson.
Tim Anderson. Thank you. First game Jose's played against Tim Anderson since the knockout. He goes for 3 home runs.
Tim Anderson got his revenge, though.
He did.
Did you see every time they did something, they'd cut to Tim Anderson in the dugout smiling?
Of course.
To be perfectly honest, Tim Anderson's like 3 weeks away from getting cut. For the
Yeah,
Angels, so.
he's not keeping.
Wow,
He won't be there.
once Zach Neto comes back
Yeah.
from the injured list,
Yeah.
Tim Anderson's gone.
Tim Anderson's looking for a minor league deal.
They have a
somewhere.
rookie.
And
We
we might have a spot for you, Tim Anderson, because we have no one else they could hit.
They have a rookie playing second base right now who could be an all-star. So then we've got 3 versus the Royals, and I fully expect some weird tension there because for some reason all those hillbilly boys think that Class A is hitting people on purpose.
If Class A wanted to hit you on purpose, you'd have felt it way before that.
Yeah, it would have been a long time ago the way that you guys talk. So, who knows? They may send a message right off the bat. They might hit Stephen Kwan, which doesn't matter because Kwan's just going to run to first base and Jose's going to send him first to third on a base knock, and Kyle Manzardo's going to bring him in. So
On a sack fly.
doesn't on a sack fly. Or Kyle Manzardo walks.
No.
And
Or
then,
let's
or
just have-
Santana walks.
or Lane Thomas is hitting third and Quan scores on a Lane Thomas double play ground ball.
Hey, I could deal with that.
Now let's just have Jose hit a home run, drive in 2.
Yeah, let's get it taken care of early.
Yeah.
Get
What do
our
you think?
batting average up on runners in scoring position.
Yep. Thank you guys so much for listening. Please like, subscribe, favorite, rate, or review, depending on your platform of choice. And please don't be afraid to interact. You can find us on Amazon, Spotify, Apple, YouTube, or wherever else you listen to your podcasts. Another week in the books and some division rivals coming to town for what should be an exciting homestand. So have fun, stay safe, and as always, go Guardians.
See ya.
Sing it, baby.
Nice
Good
job.
job.
Good job.
Ready? LMNOPRS
2,
V
3,
W.
Really good.
That's good. That's good.
That's really good.
W X.
X. Yay!
Yay!
Great job.